Hi, this is Carol.
And Joan behind the camera.
We are here today to tell you about Stampin' Up's most wonderful time of the year. It is Celebration. From January the 4th to February 29th, every $50 you spend on merchandise with Stampin' Up gets you a free item. And I am here particularly to tell you about the papers you can get for free. There are 5 different sets of paper that you can get in the Celebration catalog. If you buy a pack of paper out of the normal catalog, it is $12.50. But this one, if you order $50, you get one of these free. And I'm going to show you these as well as show you some cards that are made with these papers. In our little catalog, they have, there are 3 ways. I will tell you there are 3 ways to earn. You can shop, you can host, and you can join. If you join Stampin' Up, you get a starter kit full of products as well as a wonderful free bonus option that I will tell you about. But let me show you these papers. This is the first paper. It is called Sunny Days. And this paper is a number of different types. This is a small set of it. It comes in 12 by 12 paper, but I make it into smaller packs so that I can see it better. But you can see we've got reds, we've got greens, we've got pool party, we've got yellow. This pack is beautiful. And there are so many cards that you can make from this pack. Let me show you a few. Here is, and it's hard to decide which way you want to show off this pack. So what I did is I took, let me move this out of the way. I took the different papers. These were left over, actually. We had cut them up and used them in a class, and these were our leftovers. So we took these leftovers, I mounted them on black cardstock, and then just mixed and matched to get this card. Isn't that beautiful? This card, too. That's one, and I put it on shaded spruce background. Here is the same type card, same pieces, too, that I put on a pool party background so you can see the difference. In addition, here is another card made with that. Whoops, sorry. Another card in which I mounted it on shaded spruce and mounted the ones that had the pool party and the Lost Lagoon and the greens on it. Beautiful, beautiful papers. Excellent way to use them too. In addition to the free papers on this page, you also get a free watercolor melon stamp set. So this one comes free for $50. This one comes free for $50. So if you spend $100, you can get both of these. The watermelon stamp set looks like this. Isn't that cute? That's great for everybody here in the South. Here's another card made with the watermelon set, just stamped and cut out. Now, I admit, I cut these out by hand, but that's not very hard to do. What you will notice, though, is some of our background papers. Not out of this set, but out of a different set that I'll show you in just a moment. All right, that's the first 2. Let's bring the catalog back in, and I'll show you the... Oh, by the way, I'll show you the next page. This one is amazing. It's called Flight and Airy, and it is paper that is loaded with birds and all sorts of things. Let me show you the paper. We have birds, and on the back we have monochromatic type colors. More birds, fresh freesia back, larger amounts of birds, blue back, more birds, a brown back, and birds that you can cut out by hand and use in a variety of different ways with some more, oops, wrong one, pink background flowers, and then more birds with blue background flowers. All of that comes in this pack. And so I wanted to show you what I did. I saw this card right here and thought, oh, I want to make that card. So I did make that card just as it is. Look at this card. Isn't this a beautiful, beautiful card? And it fits in it's called a slimline card, and it fits in a basic letter size envelope, business envelope, what they call a business envelope. And these are just colored white pieces, white punch outs that were colored, and I put my birds on it, and it is so pretty. Let me show you some of the others. Here's one that uses just a piece of the background paper, and maybe the other side, or one very similar to it, is a bird punch out on a circle. How lovely is that? Here's another one done with a very similar thing. This is the background of the paper, and this is a cutout, die cut out, and then the greeting is die cut out. This is the countryside inn cutouts that are so much fun to use. Then we have one that's very similar to the ones that I showed you before that was made up of pieces that were left over. We have the fronts that have the birds on them, and we have the backs that are just colors. So many ways that you can use these papers. All right, let me show you another. See here, this one is where you can see I got the inspiration from. Right here. This card was what they had. I didn't particularly care for the brown background, so I just redid almost the same card so it looks like this. Great way to do it. All right. The next pack of paper that you can get is this one that's called Softly Stippled. Softly Stippled is a really nice paper pack too. Let me show you it. This is what it looks like. Blues and greens. Background of wild wheat, roses. It goes with a set in the mini catalog called Stippled Roses. So if you have that set, this matches perfectly. We got a calypso coral background. This one's my favorite, Pool Party. Can you tell I'm a blue person maybe? A nice textile background. Some more calypso coral and the wild wheat. A gray painted background, and a calypso coral roses, more textiles, and then the wild wheat. And my favorite paper of all of them is this textile. Very, very useful. Remember that this is the one I used with my watermelon card. Makes a great tablecloth. And this one is the one that I used with my watermelon card here. So this is our set. Let me show you some cards made with it. Okay, here they are. Here's the first one that's got 3 stripes on it. I want to tell you a secret. I didn't make up this card. This card is shown in this mini catalog right here. Only they use stripes of the same width. I simply recreated it with stripes of different widths. 3 different papers. Then I did what is Joan and one of our favorite techniques that we call quilting, strip quilting. And I took strips. I just cut 1/2-inch strips of about 4 or 5 different papers. I didn't count them beforehand. I should have, but there were probably 4 or 5. Probably about 6 strips, 1/2 inch long. Then I simply put glue on the background of this and attach these strips to it to make a quilt pattern. Let me show you. I have 4 different ones. There's one, there's one, there's one, and there's one. They're pretty much all the same thing, just different colored backgrounds. And this was made just out of the strips that I had cut. Aren't they lovely? This is a great way to use your strips of paper, and it's so much fun. Notice that they have been quilted. I don't know if you can see that they have been quilted, but they have been quilted with an embossing folder, kind of fake faux quilting, quilted with an embossing folder. And the embossing folder is also free in this catalog. So many free products. All right, let's see what we have next. Let's bring our little catalog back. Okay, and you can see these here. Then our next set is there's a stamp set that's free that I used on many of the cards, but this one is my favorite paper. This is called the Trusty Toolbox paper. There is a stamp set in the mini catalog that is the Trusty Toolbox. And it is such a great, great guide paper. What is so interesting is that these tools that are on here can be either fussy cut, or some of them can be cut out with the dies that are included in the stamp set and die set. Right, the Trusty Tools bundle, which is $54. You buy the Trusty Tools bundle, you get this paper for free. Who could beat that? And you'd have so much fun with this. Let me show you some of my cards. Here's one. This paper is just a piece of paper, but it's designed to look like those toolboxes that all of our husbands have, full of tools, right? And then these are some tools that I just cut out. And of course I put the other types of paper. Oh, I forgot to show you the paper. Let me show you the paper first. We've got the tools. We've got a grid back. Here's our drawers for the toolbox. And it on the back has screws and nuts and bolts. Then we have ruler paper. Then we have pegboard paper. Then we have more tools with a background of a pretty green Lost Lagoon. Then we have crossed hammers with a back of nuts and screws ends and washers, I guess. Then we have red screwdrivers and a back of gray. So lovely papers. So here are some of the papers used in the card, and then a background. I cut these out, just put them on a circle tag, and included on the inside another cutout. Great way to use these. Here's one in which I wanted to show both sides of this paper. So the front of my card is the designer series paper. I obviously haven't finished this one. I didn't get the inside done yet. I was so excited to finish everything. But you can see it's very similar. I have the paper, just a strip of cardstock, a circle, some of the tools I cut out, and then when you open it up, you can see the other side of the paper. Wonderful way to use both sides of the paper. Yes. All right, let's see if that's all of we have more things available. We have stamp sets available. We have the die that I was telling you about available. Tons of stuff available for free, just depending on what you buy. And as I was saying about joining, if you were to join between now, oh wait, I missed some cards too, with a stamp set that we have and some of the papers. Being from Georgia, of course, dogwoods are a great stamp that we all need here. So I made a few cards with the dogwoods. Here's one that shows you the dogwoods that's just a stamp. There isn't any paper used in this one. Then I have a paper that I used with this stamp set called Softly Sophisticated. This is the background that you've already seen. And here's the paper done with this on a new die called Perennial Postage. They all look like stamps. Very cute. Here's one more with it's a two-step. You stamp the leaves in green, and then you stamp the flowers in either yellow or blue, whatever color you want. And here's two more of those papers that we've used. But if you were to say, wow, I want everything, well, if you were to join Stampin' Up! Between now and February 29th, not only do you get all kinds, you get $125 of products for only $99, you also get the glass stamping mat free. Everybody loves stamping on glass. Let me show you what you get. Here is the glass mat. Yes, and it comes with this vinyl cling place to put your stamp pads, to put your brushes. It also comes with this cleaning tool that is dampened, and you wash your stamps off with this. And it is just wonderful. great for everything that you could possibly think to do with it. So, that is if you join. Or if you don't want that, if you don't need a glass mat, they also have $30 additional product that you can add. If you are interested in any of this, please get in touch with us. If you want to see it, you are welcome to, and live in our area of Central Georgia, you are welcome to come to our studio and see these products that are already have already been used and see things you can make with them. We would love to see you here. If not, we would love to be your demonstrator online. You can order online. Just put in that your demonstrator is Carol Berry or Joan Berry, and we will get credit. We will lead you in your stamping adventure. I hope to see you soon. I hope you take this opportunity to order some products. Thank you so much from Carol
and Joan.
Bye.
Bye.